Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to start off by popping in some contacts. These are from Pinky Paradise and they're supposed to be a little bit yellow. I say that those are somewhat yellow. I don't know. We'll go with it, okay? I'm also just going to make sure that I pin my hair back with this cute little kitty headband. It's from Aldo. I get questions all the time. So I'm going to be working with some clear latex. I'm going to dump some of that in my special latex Tupperware. I'm going to dig my tissue apart. Dig it apart. No, I'm going to separate the plies. I got this from the dollar store, so it's only 2 ply, and there's some dried fake blood on there already. Right, so I've prepped my tissue. Now I'm prepping a sponge by just ripping one of the edges apart just so it doesn't have a flat surface. I'm going to dip in some of that latex, really saturate on there. Now for this look, I just want to create some texture on certain areas of my face where the string, wire, rope, whatever would be resting against my skin, causing an irritation, a laceration, you know, a little skin breakage. So I'm going to be doing this kind of on like high points of my face, for example, on my nose and whatnot. So I'm going to be just applying some latex and then applying some tissue, not in any specific way. There's no really technique to this. I'm just applying it to just create some texture. And I am applying it going to be thicker in the center of all of these little doodads because I do want to cut and open some of them later on. If you don't do the center thicker, it's fine. You can still cut and separate it. It's not a big deal. So I'm applying this on my forehead, my cheekbones, my chin, and then I'm going to be doing it all down my neck. Just like I said, anywhere that the, rope, string, whatever would be touching is where I want to put it. I also decided to fill in my brows. For what reason? I don't know, but I thought they just needed a little something. I'm going to be working today with the Maybelline, I think this is a Superstay foundation. This foundation is quite a few shades darker than my skin tone, but I am going to be using it because it's super yellow and I kind of want that yellow look. So that's what I'm going for. I'm just stippling this with a brush all over my face and kind of rubbing it in, going really rough with it. The reason I'm going rough is because it's going to lift some of the latex too and create a little bit more texture. And that is what we want. So don't use a beauty blender because that's going to make it look too perfect. And at this point, I needed to get rid of my shirt. So, ooh la la. I am going to be painting this somewhat, so I'm going to be working with these color sticks from Makeup Forever. I'm going to be using 4 of them in a variety of shades. I really like these and I love the way they smell. They clean up easy, they don't stain your skin. I highly recommend them. I really, really do love them. So I'm taking out a kind of mauvey color, like an orange, a kind of like a burnt orange, and then also a brown, and those are the colors that I'm going to be working with. I also used the NYX cream in black as well, but I don't know where that clip is. Maybe I didn't record. Now I found this brush that had some leftover brown shadow on it, so I'm just rubbing that in my crease and then kind of underneath my eye. I guess this is just like a nice medium tone brown. I'm going to add some highlight onto that as well with the cream, the white cream from Makeup Forever. I'm addicted to this. You will see it in every single video. And then I'm just going to add a couple highlights as well. Honestly, at this point, I was like, am I doing a zombie makeup? Like, what am I doing here? Anyway, now I'm just taking this is a Sigma special effects brush, actually. Look at the nice rose gold on it. And I am just rubbing all of the colors from the sticks that I put on the back of my hand onto my skin. I'm just rubbing. I'm trying to make it not uniform, going in different directions, and then I'm rubbing it in with my hands all around my neck. I just want myself to look dirty and like there's a little bit of color variation underneath all of the blood and everything that's going to go on. You're not really going to see this, so it honestly really doesn't matter because there's going to be so much blood and everything happening and string and whatnot, but there does need to be something besides just like perfect complexion. So that's what I decided to do. I also took the black around my eyes, on my nose, and then I really rubbed it in on all of those spots that I'm going to be opening up in a minute, like right now. So I didn't do the latex on my face super thick. If you do more than one layer, you will have your latex opening up like this on my nose. Wow, I like couldn't think of what I wanted to say. On my cheeks and my forehead, it's thinner, so it's a little bit harder to separate from your skin. So my recommendation is doing more than one layer. And also when latex is applied thicker, aka more than one layer, it's easier to remove and it doesn't hurt. I always get questions like, oh my god, that's crazy, doesn't that hurt when you rip it off? Not if you do more than one layer, because the thicker it'll removes easier. So I'm just separating this, cutting this, kind of making it look like open wounds on my skin. Again, it's going to be kind of covered in blood and string, so it doesn't really need to be super perfect. And then I'm going to go back into that black cream from NYX, and I am just going to rub this all in those cuts and against the inner part of the latex so it looks like my skin. Also, side note, these creams are super pigmented and nice, but they do stain your skin and they're so hard to remove. So just make sure that you have a remover because it is like a heavy cream. It just sits on your skin and is so difficult to remove. That's why I like the Makeup Forever sticks, because even though they are a cream, they remove so easily. They don't stay on your skin. Anyway, just a little side note from me to you. Now that these wounds look disgusting and open and I've kind of played with my lips a bit, I'm going to be using this FX Blood by Cinema Secrets, and I'm really not trying to be perfect with this because it's going to be disgusting in the end. So just go with it and throw it on, and that's what I'm doing. This is actually a nail art brush. That's hilarious. So I'm applying this blood everywhere, and I started to rip apart my neck a little bit, but I only did one layer on my neck, so it was just like, ugh, too hard to rip off. So I just deepened some of the areas with some more of that black, just going, you know, horizontally to kind of, you know, be prepping it for all of the string that's going to go on there. And then I just carefully, ever so carefully, applied the blood everywhere. Then I started to apply this blood dripping down my face. So I was just squirting it everywhere and letting it fall wherever it needed to fall. And like, this is just easy peasy. Tip from me to you, keep a towel between your boobs while you do this because, well, I mean, if you have boobs. Anyway, so I have this little, you know, sewing kit, and I found this white string in here. I was going to maybe use like twine, or I was going to use wool, but I didn't want to go find those things, and I had this at home, and I'm never going to use this ever. So I'm just wrapping this all around my face. I have pinned up my hair just so I can actually cover it with my hair. I didn't really like the look of it over top of my hair. I think it looked funny. So I'm just wrapping this, and I'm doing a whole bunch of wraps around my neck, around my face, crisscrossed, you know. Kind of just freestyled it. And as I was doing this, the string was getting kind of red from the blood, and I thought it was looking so cool. once I wrapped it a zillion times and finished it, I'm just gonna back comb my hair after I let it down, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some more blood and squirt it all over the place so it really drips down all of my face and it looks disgusting and gross and vile and nasty. And then I got this spray blood at the dollar store, holla, Dollarama, and I'm just spraying this everywhere. Again, I want it to look disgusting. The lighting is kind of bright right here, but as you saw in the intro and the outro, it looks really cool when you don't have these like super bright lights. But I like to use the super bright lights so you guys can see everything that I'm doing. That's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Boy, don't get blood on you. Oh no, 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 boy, no, boy, no, boy, no.